When I was 3 years old, my mom was very pregnant. And this was the time before sonograms, so we didn't know if I'd be having a baby brother or baby sister. And for some reason, I wanted a baby sister. So my mom sat down with me and I wrote a pretend letter because I couldn't read or write when I was 3. I wrote a pretend letter with crayon and I wrote it to Santa Claus asking Santa to bring me a baby sister, and we put it out on the stoop for Santa to pick up. The next thing that I remember, because memories are hazy for me and when I was 3, the next thing I remember is my mom telling me that my baby sister had died. Marie was her name. My baby sister's name was Marie, and she died. And, looking back on it, I realized that was the beginning of my deep wondering about what happens to us when we die. It wasn't an intellectual question, and I don't think it's an intellectual question for me even to this day. It's something deeper and more profound. You see, I think we begin to really wonder about what happens when we die, when we own our own fragility and finitude, when we see that people we love will die, and we see that we will die. We learn through loss, and we learn through an acknowledgement of our own finitude that we yearn for a love that brings us life. And that's what resurrection is. Resurrection is the love of God that gives us new life, not just after our hearts stop beating, although that's true too, but in this life, in our ordinary lives, when dreams die, when relationships die, when our sense of self dies, and a new life needs to be born.